this is the most important summer in Liverpool's recent history. Not because of transfers, not because of trophies, but because for the first time in nearly a decade, Liverpool don't know who they are. Klopp built an identity, a style, a way of playing that everyone noticed immediately. But then Slot came in, kept that style going for the first season, but then the second season changed everything. And now Slot has his own style. And there is a lot of players this season who aren't sure, who are just sitting in limbo because they don't know if the next chapter involves them or not. So the managerial situation right now is unresolved. We don't know if Slot is gonna stay and keep these players, or if Alonso might come in and want his own players for his style of play. So what we're going to do today is something that the Liverpool board are scared to make right now. We're going to decide if these players are gonna stay or they're gonna be sold, or if also young players like Ngumoha and Nayoni are gonna be loaned out. So stay till the end of the video. We're gonna review every member at Liverpool Football Club and decide if they stay or not. Alright guys, so we start with Harvey Davies, who's currently on loan. I think it's in a League One team, if I'm not wrong. Has shown a glimpse of potential, still relatively young. I think he's still under 21 years old, if I'm right. Look, there is already Alisson Becker, there is Georgi Mamadashvili, there is Woodman. So I don't think it would be a good option to keep him, and I'll still loan him and get him to have more experience. Let's pass to Alisson Becker. Just extended his contract to 2027. We keep him. Although he's injury prone, he stays as the best, for me, goalkeeper in the world, one of the best shot stoppers. His game with the feet has regressed a bit. He doesn't have the best kicking ever, and he still has those injury problems each season, which I think pretty much from a goalkeeper. But again, his quality is world class, so you keep him. There is no other option. Maybe in the summer 2027 you gotta think of a replacement. So we keep him. And Georgi Mamadashvili, I'll still keep him. I know that a lot of Liverpool fans are still not convinced about him. I'm not convinced about him still, but I think he deserves another season. It's not easy coming in with Alisson as the first goalkeeper. You don't get a lot of playing time, but the issue with Georgi Mamadashvili, even when he played, he did convince me. Again, with the ball on his feet, I think that's something the new coach, whether Alonso or another coach comes in, or if Slot stays, I think it's a big part of a goalkeeper right now, and I think he struggles on it. But let's give him another season. Let's give him more confidence, more game time, and maybe he can grow, because I still believe there is a reason Liverpool went and paid those 25 million, and we have seen a glimpse of potential with him, either in the Georgia team or whether with that balancing. So I'll keep him as a good number 2. And another goalkeeper I've liked when I seen him, but he's on loan again, Vitek Jaros. He has shown good things when he has been played. I remember his appearance, I think it was in Champions League season, and was pretty good, but I'll still loan him to get more experience. And I'll keep Freddie Woodman, of course. Third goalkeeper, takes a homegrown spot, which is important, so I'll keep him. What about Andy Robertson? I think that's the first issue we have in the squad, because there is a lot of rumors linking him to another team. I think it's pretty normal with Kirkes in the team, but I'd keep Robertson. Leader, this season when he has played has been quite okay. I think you need experience, especially because Mo Salah is leaving, losing one of the key elements in that team. I still think Robertson, keeping him would be needed. And I would also keep Joe Gomez. He still has, I think his contract running up till 2027. I'll still keep him. A very utility player. He can play across the 4 positions at the back. Very reliable. Again, has the experience among the Champions League winning team, among the Premier League winning team. You keep Joe Gomez. But on the other hand, I don't think Ibu's gonna extend his contract, and I think it's crazy that Liverpool are still negotiating his contract for, it's been almost 1 year. I think it's clear that he doesn't want to stay. If he wanted to stay, he would have extended his contract. I don't know what's the situation. Maybe Liverpool haven't offered him something that makes sense, but either way, I'm sorry, Brian Konate, you're not Virgil van Dijk. You're not Mo Salah. He is a great player, has done a lot of great things, but we're not talking about legend. I find it crazy that we're still being held hostage by Ibrahima Konate, especially that this season his performances aren't extraordinary. There is also family reasons, which I understand and I completely accept that. But Ibrahima Konate, look, if he doesn't want to extend, you go on the market and you find another defender, especially with Jeremy Jacquet coming in also. I don't think Ibrahima Konate is gonna stay, and it's okay. We're gonna be okay. Liverpool will find another defender. The one that absolutely has to stay, the one that is essential to how we play, probably your best player, Virgil van Dijk. He simply has to stay. He will be working it in his last year of contract. Maybe we'll see what happens. Maybe he can even extend further on, but Virgil van Dijk has to stay, and alongside another player who's gonna grow and play against, play beside him, grow in his game, has a big potential, is Giovanni Leoni. Giovanni Leoni, I've seen rumors linking him to Inter Milan for a loan move. That's bullshit. He's not gonna go to Inter Milan. He doesn't even have his first season because it has been ruined with that ACL injury. Let's see how he comes back. He seems to be really like a hardworking guy. I believe really Giovanni Leoni can partner with Virgil van Dijk next season and can show what he has shown at Parma in his first season. Now, what about Rhys Williams? The great Rhys Williams still plays for Liverpool. I wasn't even aware of that. But of course, we're gonna let him go. I think his contract is running up this summer, so we're gonna let him go. Milos Kerkez, guys, we need to talk about Milos Kerkez. I feel he's been really underrated this season. One of the players I've loved, one of the realest players that has that Liverpool mentality in him, that have that Liverpool DNA in him, is Milos Kerkez. The way he's been buttering up, playing against top wingers, locking them up and going up front. Milos Kerkez has been incredible, and he is another proof of that he wasn't being well used by Arne Slot. The time he's been given freedom on that left wing, he's been insane. So Milos Kerkez, for me, he stays one of the best players. I can even argue should have been player of the month for January, player of the month for February. So I think Milos Kerkez can just become even better. What about Tsimikas, who's gonna be back from loan? Hasn't really played at Roma. There was rumors that he's gonna come back during the January transfer window if Robertson had moved on. But I think Tsimikas, his time is up. The Greek skills, thanks for all the memories. But I think it will be time to sell him. And if Liverpool have to invest, I think they're gonna bring another type of left back. What about Conor Bradley? You keep Conor Bradley. Had a big injury. Not sure if he's gonna play the World Cup. Not sure if they're qualified, but look, Conor Bradley stays as your best right back. Would that be an insult to Freeport saying Conor Bradley is still our best right back? Look, has the Liverpool in him, loves the club. Calvin Ramsey also, even if Slot is trying to convince us that Calvin Ramsey is not Liverpool quality, I have eyes every time I've seen Calvin Ramsey, whether with the U21 team, whether with the first team, even when we got battled by Crystal Palace. I've seen great things. I've seen great things with the ball. This kid has a great foot. Defensively, he's solid. Honestly, Slot is not going to convince me that there is no quality in there. And the fact that Liverpool went to buy him at just 17 years old tells me all I want to know. Calvin Ramsey, I think under a different manager, he gets his chance at right back, especially that there is injuries of Conor Bradley. Frimpong is being injured frequently, so Calvin Ramsey has minutes to play, and for me, I would keep him. I would also keep Jeremy Frimpong, of course. Provides width on that right back role, can play as a right wing, brings pace on his game defensively. He's really not that bad. I'd keep him. A player, I don't know what to do about Wataru Endo. I don't know what to do about Wataru Endo, guys. If there is Liverpool fans watching this video, what would you do about Wataru Endo? Because he's not getting younger. 32 years old, I think, this summer. But he's a leader, can play across multiple positions again. He's a number 6. I think I would go for a homegrown option. I'd go for a homegrown option. If there is a good offer this summer, with a player that can fit better either Alonso team or either Slot if he stays or any other manager, I'd buy a better profile. So I'd sell Wataru, and if there is a good offer. Ryan Gravenberch stays. He just extended his contract. He stays, one of your best players in the team, of course, one of the faces of this new Liverpool. Simply has to stay. And my first big decision, and a lot of you won't agree with it, I'd sell McAllister. I'd simply sell McAllister because I think Liverpool have to renew their midfield again. I think McAllister has provided us a lot. He has done what he can do, I think, at his best. But I think, unfortunately, in this intense Premier League, in this physical Premier League, he has lost his legs. Maybe he can prove me wrong. Next season, I wouldn't be against. But it's also the fact that Liverpool hasn't extended his contract also. So if you can sell him at the peak of his value with teams in Spain who will probably want to pay a good price for him, I'd sell him, and I would buy a different profile. I think Liverpool, I'm still convinced they need a real number 6. I'm still convinced Ryan Gravenberch can show even better things in that number 8 role, or Szoboszlai in that number 8 role. So I'd sell McAllister for me and buying a different profile. I would probably loan James McConnell. Still convinced he has also good potential. Liverpool can't repeat the same mistake as Tyler Morton, and hopefully if a new manager comes in like Xabi Alonso, he trusts the youth. We have seen what he has done with at Real Madrid with the likes of Gonzalo Garcia. We have seen what he has done at Leverkusen with a lot of young players. So I believe these young players are part of the future, and James McConnell is one of them. So I'd loan him, getting more experience. His loan at Ajax hasn't quite worked out, so I'd loan him in a team where he'll get his chance, like just Tyler Morton, his loan at Blackburn, and then that's the way he exploded and is doing really well in France. So I'd loan James McConnell. Stefan Bajcetic, this is a player I believe is ready. If you bring in a Spanish midfielder like Xabi Alonso, who has exactly quite a similar style to Stefan Bajcetic, I really think this guy can explode. I really believe Stefan Bajcetic is the truth. Even though injuries can't let him shine, I still believe Stefan Bajcetic is a great prospect, and I believe he can walk straight into the first team, especially that we're letting Endo leave and McAllister, there is places. So I'd keep Stefan Bajcetic and give him another chance. What about Dom Szoboszlai? Dominic Szoboszlai stays. You have to extend his contract. You have to build around Dominic Szoboszlai in that team, the next captain of Liverpool. For me, there's no debate. Trey Nayoni, I believe he's ready also. I believe he's ready to keep getting minutes in the first team. He has great composure for his age. I'm always impressed by the maturity he has in his game. If he can just become better, and I'll keep him. I'm not for loaning Trey Nayoni. I still believe getting experience in a midfield composed of Szoboszlai, Gravenberch can just make him even better. Let's hope Liverpool gets a manager who gives these young players also time, who gives them time, who gives them playing time. You will all be surprised, but I'll keep Harvey Elliott because Mo Salah is leaving. There is an opening in that right wing role. Harvey Elliott hasn't played the whole season, so there is a place to fill in this team. The fact that he hasn't played the whole season means that if he comes back, I don't know how that release clause Aston Villa works, but if they doesn't buy him, his value will be low. So what's the point of selling him for 15 million, 10 million when you can keep Harvey Elliott, when he has shown you that he's a special player, also a very exciting young player in a team of Alonso, in those, if he plays the same system as Leverkusen, in those number 10 role, I still believe he has a place. He can find a place. So for me, it would be nonsense to just sell him for 10 million when we know the player he is. So another player that has to stay absolutely, who's a home run, who's a scouser, who has the Liverpool identity in him, is Curtis Jones. I don't want to hear that bullshit that Curtis Jones has to leave, that Curtis Jones, he has problems with slots, so he must leave, he has to go to Inter Milan. We're looking at a player, if he leaves, that's one of the players we regret. Let him go. Curtis Jones has everything to succeed at Liverpool. Perfect even squad player. He can play multiple positions, technically excellent, you know, can keep the ball, is not stressed under pressure, has the Liverpool DNA in him. He is one of the rarest midfielders I've seen also that can press. So imagine him under a manager that trusts him. Look, I'll keep Curtis Jones, again, homegrown player. This is a player that if you want to go buy in 2-3 years, we will buy him for 80 million. So what's the point of making another Kwanzaa? Wasn't a mistake, by the way, but the fact that we're linked to Kwanzaa again, it's what I'm talking about. So I'll keep Curtis Jones. So guys, what about Igor Ekitike? Of course, there is no doubt. If this summer you can extend his contract. This is one of the players you have to build your attack around. I've just watched the recent France games, and he was playing on the left wing, and how good he is. I can't believe that Slot has robbed out Ekitike on the wing. He's so good, so good. Again, you have to build your attack around these type of players. What about Federico Chiesa? Unfortunately, Chiesa, I love Chiesa. One of the players I would have loved that he succeeds at Liverpool, and I think he could have succeeded under a different manager. But look, if Slot stays, Chiesa is still just ruining his career at Liverpool. I've loved him to stay, but he has to leave even the best of his career. Alexander Isak, the face of Liverpool's attack, you keep him. There is no questions asked about that. Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo is a difficult. You know, I'll keep Cody Gakpo at the end because I'll still think of what to do about him, because I don't know. Rio Ngumoha, you don't loan Rio Ngumoha, you don't sell him. This is a player under a different manager. Again, he would have exploded, especially in that left wing with the lack of competition there is. This kid is the truth. He's ready. One of the best dribblers in Europe, I believe. Just imagine Rio Ngumoha on the left, Yan Diomande on the right wing next year. And a serious manager would be crazy. So I'd keep Rio Ngumoha. Florian Wirtz, you keep him. He hasn't shown all the promises we have seen at Leverkusen, but still, the player has shown a glimpse of that. Every time he plays away of Liverpool, also he shows great things. Don't know if it's a message for a certain coach at Liverpool. I just think Florian Wirtz will succeed. I've seen few players that with the eye test impresses me like that, and Florian Wirtz is one of them. So Florian Wirtz stays for me. Mo Salah, he has announced that he is gonna leave. By the way, if you haven't watched the video I've made about Mo Salah and how he arrived at this level, because he wasn't destined to reach this level, but he arrived at it. So watch this video. I'm gonna put it here in this video. So Mo Salah, great player, legend. Let him live on good terms. And what about Cody Gakpo? Thinking about it, think about how Liverpool has to play, think about how the wingers Liverpool need. Cody Gakpo is not that player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not gonna participate in that Cody Gakpo, but I'm still believing he's a great player. It's not his fault if Arne Slot plays him even when he's out of form. But I still think Liverpool, he's not a Liverpool type of winger. I still think he can do great things. Maybe, for example, like what Lucho Diaz is doing at Bayern. I'm convinced Cody Gakpo would do the same thing at Bayern Munich. Great player, but doesn't fit the Liverpool system. And I think Liverpool have to cash on him, especially right now that his value is at the highest. So guys, that's how my team would be composed. Let me know in the comments if there is a player that you disagree, if there is a player that you would keep with, if there is a player that you would sell. But one thing is for sure, this summer Liverpool will be busy for again, that's for sure. But to be busy, I hope Liverpool correct one thing, and it's who will be the manager next season. Hopefully the manager next season will know what to do with this squad. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make me know it by liking this video. If you want to subscribe for more football videos, and I'll be back soon. Ciao.